Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here today. I want to talk to you about something that has the power to shape your life in ways you may not even realize. Your comfort zone. It's something we all know too well, a place where everything feels safe and familiar. But what if I told you that your comfort zone is not your sanctuary, but rather a prison that's holding you back from your true potential? We all have dreams, aspirations that make us feel alive, excited, and full of purpose. Whether it's starting a business, achieving a personal goal, or making an impact on the world, those dreams are the fuel that drives us. But here's the harsh truth. Your comfort zone is a silent enemy to those dreams. It's the place where you feel no fear, no uncertainty, but it's also the place where nothing ever changes. And without change, there can be no growth. Think about it. How many of you have ever wanted to try something new, to take a leap of faith, but stopped yourself because it was too risky? That's the comfort zone at work, convincing you to stay where it's easy, to stay where it's comfortable. But growth doesn't happen in comfort. It happens when you push yourself beyond the limits of what you know, when you step into the unknown with courage and a willingness to fail, to struggle, and to learn. The most successful people, the ones who have truly achieved greatness, didn't stay in their comfort zones. They took risks. They faced the fear of the unknown and turned it into an opportunity for growth. They didn't let comfort define their lives. They chose discomfort, they chose the challenge, and they became better for it. The comfort zone may seem like a sanctuary, a place where you feel safe and secure, but in reality it is a trap. It's a space where things are predictable, where you don't face any challenges, and where you can avoid the discomfort of growth. While it might feel good to stay within these familiar boundaries, it's important to realize that remaining in your comfort zone prevents you from reaching your full potential. It's in the space of predictability and safety that you stop growing. You stop learning, you stop evolving, and you stop pushing yourself to do better. The longer you stay there, the harder it becomes to step out and embrace new opportunities. Essentially, the comfort zone becomes a cage that limits your possibilities. If you want to reach your true potential, you have to be willing to face discomfort and take risks. Without breaking free from this stagnant place, you'll never discover what you're truly capable of. Dreams are not just wishes or desires, they are the visions of what you want to achieve and become in life. However, these dreams will never become a reality unless you are willing to grow. Growth isn't something that happens automatically. It requires intentional effort and a willingness to step outside of what's comfortable. When you dream of something bigger than where you are now, it demands that you face new challenges, learn new skills, and develop a mindset that's ready to adapt and overcome obstacles. Staying in your comfort zone may feel easy, but it keeps you stagnant and prevents the progress necessary to turn your dreams into something tangible. To make your dreams a reality, you must challenge yourself in ways you never have before, push through discomfort, and rise above the fears that hold you back. Without embracing these challenges, you will never unlock the potential needed to move forward and achieve what you truly desire. Every step outside your comfort zone is a step closer to your dreams, and the growth you experience along the way is what will bring those dreams to life. Fear is one of the most powerful emotions that can keep us rooted in our comfort zones. It's natural to feel fear when faced with the unknown or when the possibility of failure is looming. This fear can manifest in many ways: fear of making mistakes, fear of judgment, fear of rejection, or fear of stepping into unfamiliar territory. When we allow these fears to control us, we end up staying in a place that feels safe but limits our growth. The comfort zone becomes a prison where the fear of taking risks and the unknown keeps us stuck in a cycle of stagnation. However, it's crucial to understand that fear is not the enemy. It's a signal that we are stepping outside of our usual boundaries and into a space where growth happens. If we allow fear to dictate our actions, we avoid taking the steps necessary to move forward and improve. To truly grow and evolve, we must face this fear head-on. Confronting fear doesn't mean we eliminate it, but rather that we push through it, use it as a catalyst for action, and learn to embrace it as a natural part of the growth process. By doing so, we unlock the doors to new opportunities and begin the journey of transforming ourselves and our dreams. The only way to move forward is to face the fear that tries to keep us stuck. Once we do, we discover that it was never as big or as overwhelming as we believed it to be. Growth doesn't happen when things are easy, predictable, or comfortable. In fact, true personal development takes place when you are forced to step out of the familiar and challenge yourself in new and uncomfortable ways. It's when you push beyond your boundaries, take risks, and face the unknown that growth begins to unfold. Discomfort is not something to avoid. It's a sign that you are on the verge of expanding your abilities and potential. When you try something new or take on a challenge that stretches your skills and mindset, you may feel uncertainty, fear, or even failure. But those moments of discomfort are exactly what help you become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Without those challenges, there would be no opportunity for improvement. Whether it's learning a new skill, tackling a difficult project, or putting yourself in an unfamiliar environment, these experiences force you to adapt, problem solve, and grow in ways you never could have if you stayed within your comfort zone. It's easy to stay where things feel secure, but that security often limits your potential. Growth thrives in the places where you feel uncomfortable because that's where you're tested, pushed to think differently, and forced to adapt. Embracing discomfort means you're willing to step into the unknown, and that's where the real transformation happens. Only by stepping out of the comfort zone and into the discomfort zone can you begin to unlock new levels of growth, success, and fulfillment. Success is not a result of staying in your comfort zone. In fact, the most successful people in the world didn't achieve greatness by playing it safe or sticking to what was easy. They achieved success by taking bold, often uncomfortable actions that pushed them far beyond what they thought was possible. Success demands more than just talent or luck. It requires courage, risk, and the willingness to step into the unknown. Every successful person you admire has faced uncertainty, challenges, and failure. They chose to embrace these obstacles as opportunities rather than running from them. They didn't wait for the perfect moment or the safest route. Instead, they took action despite the fear and discomfort. The road to success is paved with risk, hard work, and perseverance. It's not about avoiding failure, but about learning from it and moving forward despite it. Staying comfortable might feel good in the short term, but it won't get you the results you desire. Success requires you to step out of the familiar and into new, sometimes uncharted territories where growth can happen. The more you challenge yourself, the more you open up to new possibilities and opportunities that you never would have encountered if you remained in your comfort zone. Bold actions, even if they involve uncertainty or fear, are the very things that separate the successful from the stagnant. To achieve what you truly want, you have to be willing to leave comfort behind and take risks that will eventually lead you to the success you seek. One of the most painful consequences of staying in your comfort zone is the regret that follows when you realize the opportunities you missed. The comfort zone, as safe and familiar as it may seem, can often become a trap that keeps you from taking risks, trying new things, and pursuing your deepest ambitions. Over time, you may find yourself wondering, what if I had taken that chance? What if I had stepped outside my comfort zone and pursued that dream? This kind of regret is powerful because it doesn't just reflect missed opportunities, it reflects a life that was never fully lived. The longer you stay in a place where things are easy and predictable, the harder it becomes to break free and chase your passions. The fear of discomfort and failure may prevent you from acting, but in doing so, you are setting yourself up for a future filled with what could have been. When you let fear and complacency dictate your choices, you rob yourself of the experiences that could have shaped your growth, success, and happiness. Regret isn't just about missing out on achievements, it's about the missed potential, the dreams that could have been realized, and the person you could have become. Stepping outside your comfort zone isn't easy, but it is essential if you want to live a life without the burden of regret. Taking risks and facing challenges may be uncomfortable in the moment, but they are the only way to ensure that when you look back on your life, you won't be filled with regret over the chances you didn't take. You deserve to know what you're capable of, and that can only be discovered by pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone. Courage is the driving force that allows you to step into the unknown and embrace the uncertainties that come with it. When you step outside of your comfort zone, you are essentially choosing to face the fear of the unknown, and that requires a great deal of bravery. The path ahead might be unclear, filled with obstacles, and full of risks, but without courage you remain stuck where things are familiar and safe. The truth is, transformation doesn't happen when everything is predictable and easy. It occurs when you have the courage to venture into new territories and take on challenges that seem daunting. It's easy to stay where you feel secure, to avoid the discomfort of change, but growth is only possible when you confront what scares you. Courage doesn't mean the absence of fear, it means acting in spite of it. Every step you take into unfamiliar territory is a victory in itself, as it's a conscious decision to grow and evolve. As you face the unknown, you learn more about yourself, develop new strengths, and build resilience. It's through these challenges that you begin to discover what you're truly capable of, and it's these moments of discomfort that ultimately lead to your transformation. True courage is about trusting yourself enough to take those risks, knowing that even if things don't go perfectly, you'll learn, adapt, and continue to grow. Without courage, there can be no progress, no transformation, and no fulfillment. Courage is the key that unlocks the door to new opportunities, to a better version of yourself, and to the kind of life you truly want to live. Stepping into the unknown may be frightening, but it's the only way to become the person you were meant to be. Failure is not the end of the road. In fact, it is a vital part of the journey toward success and personal growth. Everyone who has achieved greatness has encountered setbacks, struggles, and even failures along the way. The key to success isn't about avoiding failure, it's about embracing it as a stepping stone. When you push yourself outside your comfort zone and take risks, you are bound to face challenges that may cause you to stumble. But those very setbacks are the moments where you learn the most. Failure provides invaluable lessons that success alone cannot teach. Each time you fail, you gain insight into what works and what doesn't, and more importantly, you learn how to overcome obstacles. These experiences teach resilience, patience, and perseverance, qualities that are essential for long-term success. Without failure, there is no real growth. If everything went perfectly, if everything were easy, you would never have the opportunity to build the skills and strength needed to succeed in the future. Failure forces you to reassess, re-strategize, and try again with more knowledge and experience. It's through those tough moments that you find your true capacity to endure, adapt, and improve. Each failure brings you closer to understanding how to get things right, and each lesson learned strengthens your ability to navigate challenges in the future. It's important to remember that failure isn't a reflection of your worth or abilities, it's simply part of the process. Everyone from the most successful entrepreneurs to world-renowned athletes has faced failure. What sets them apart is their ability to rise after each setback, to keep going even when things get tough. If you let failure stop you, you miss the opportunity to grow. If you embrace it, however, you gain the wisdom, experience, and resilience that will eventually lead you to success. In the end, failure is not something to fear. It's something to welcome as an essential part of your personal journey toward greater achievement and fulfillment. Believing in yourself is the foundation of all success. It's not just about having confidence in your abilities, it's about trusting that you are capable of facing challenges, overcoming obstacles, and adapting to whatever life throws at you. Self-belief is the internal strength that fuels your actions, motivates you to keep going when things get tough, and drives you to take risks that others might shy away from. When you believe in yourself, you see setbacks not as insurmountable barriers, but as opportunities to grow and learn. This kind of belief transforms your mindset. It shifts you from a place of doubt and hesitation to one of action and resilience. The power of self-belief is immense because it allows you to take on challenges that would otherwise seem overwhelming. When you trust in your ability to rise to the occasion, you unlock a sense of inner strength that pushes you to go further than you ever thought possible. It empowers you to step out of your comfort zone and take risks, knowing that even if you fail, you will have the ability to pick yourself up and try again. People who believe in themselves are not afraid to dream big, to set ambitious goals, and to pursue them relentlessly. They understand that success is a journey, and they are not deterred by obstacles along the way. Self-belief is also contagious. When you believe in yourself, others are more likely to believe in you too. It inspires those around you to follow your example, to take risks in their own lives, and to trust in their own abilities. Your self-belief becomes a source of motivation not only for yourself but also for the people you influence. The more you trust in your own potential, the more unstoppable you become. You stop seeing challenges as threats and start seeing them as stepping stones to greater achievement. At its core, self-belief is about understanding that you are worthy of success, growth, and happiness. It's about knowing that regardless of the circumstances, you have the resilience, creativity, and resourcefulness to make things happen. When you truly believe in yourself, you become your own greatest advocate. The world may throw obstacles in your path, but with self-belief, you will find a way around them. This belief fuels perseverance, keeps you moving forward, and ultimately makes you unstoppable in the pursuit of your dreams. Dreams are powerful. They ignite passion, fuel ambition, and give you a sense of purpose. But no matter how vivid or inspiring your dreams are, they remain nothing more than fantasies until you take action. Dreams are not meant to stay locked inside your mind. They are meant to be pursued, fought for, and turned into reality. The path to achieving your dreams requires more than just wishful thinking or hoping for the best. It requires consistent, focused effort and deliberate action. It's easy to fall into the trap of daydreaming about what you want to achieve and imagining the life you desire, but that won't get you any closer to realizing those dreams. While dreaming can provide the vision, it is action that moves you toward it. Taking action is what bridges the gap between where you are and where you want to be. Without action, dreams remain in the abstract. They never materialize into something concrete. You may have an incredible idea, a clear vision, or a deep desire for something more, but if you don't take the necessary steps to make it happen, nothing will change. The comfort zone, though it may feel cozy and safe, is where dreams often go to die. Staying in your comfort zone means staying in a place where nothing challenges you, nothing grows you, and nothing moves you closer to the life you want. It's the space where you remain stuck in a cycle of inaction, making excuses and waiting for the right time to pursue your goals. But the truth is, there is no perfect time. There's only now. The longer you wait for conditions to be perfect, the more opportunities you miss. The comfort zone may give you temporary relief, but it will never bring you the fulfillment of achieving your dreams. Taking action, on the other hand, is where dreams come to life. When you step out of your comfort zone and start taking the necessary steps to pursue your goals, you begin to create momentum. You start moving closer to your dreams with every decision you make, every effort you put forth, and every risk you take. Action breeds progress, and with progress comes success. It's not always easy, and the journey may be filled with setbacks and challenges, but each step you take brings you one step closer to realizing your dreams. Action forces you to face your fears, break through limitations, and develop the skills and mindset needed to achieve greatness. You have the power to shape your future, but only if you take action. Don't let your dreams remain a distant hope. Turn them into a reality by doing the work, taking the risks, and stepping outside your comfort zone. Action is the key that unlocks the door to your dreams and turns your vision into a tangible living experience. Without action, dreams are just empty thoughts. With action, they become the foundation of your future success. As you leave here today, remember this: the life you dream of, the success you desire, and the growth you seek are all within your reach, but they require action. Don't let fear, doubt, or comfort hold you back any longer. Step into the unknown, take those bold actions, and embrace the discomfort that comes with growth. The journey won't always be easy, and you will face setbacks, but every challenge you overcome brings you closer to the person you're meant to become. Believe in yourself, take those first steps, and keep moving forward. Your dreams are waiting for you, but only you have the power to bring them to life. Go out there, take action, and make the life you've always dreamed of your reality. You are unstoppable. Now it's time to prove it.